Hi, I'm I haven't made or record any video in English. Okay, I'm gonna try to do again because I this is the like a year and a half that I haven't do it. Okay, I just got one video in English, but I'm gonna do this one because I'm making a skirt and I'm gonna teach you how to make this skirt. This is the bottom right here. I'm gonna show you better. The bottom part, and then the skirt start on the bottom. This is all crunched up, but it's okay because I'm gonna make a crochet edging on after I seam together on the sides. Then I do at least one or two rows or rounds of shelf stitch shell stitch crochet. Well, this is the bottom. I start over here, and I started with 106 cast on needle number 8, which is 5 millimeter. Okay, and I cast on size and on 106 stitches because this skirt it's long from the heels. No, not from the heels. From your down to up your waist. From Okay, so it's the long skirt. This is the stitch. I make it a multicolor because I got some left thread. This is not yarn. This is thread number 3, number 4. If I use the number 3, I make sure that I mix it with this is number 10. It comes on a roll, okay? And then this is number 3. So I put them together and I knit it together with 2 strands, okay? That's how I did write this part right here because I want the thickness to be same as the number 4, which is this one, because I have some leftovers and I have this one from I think it's from Caton. I don't think it's Caton, but it's just something like it's a number 4 thread. Cotton, more cotton than acrylic. Like for example, I got these balls from TLC long time ago, and it's cotton plus, and this is more cotton than acrylic. It has 51% of cotton and 49 of acrylic, and this is the thickness that I was looking for. But because I didn't have all the same thickness, I used thread number 3 with size number 10 thread, like I showed you before. This one is another one that I bought it on a store. I think it was AC Moore, and they had them for $1. So I bought a bunch of it. And this is more, a little bit thicker, more like a number 4 size, but I guess it's yeah, between 3 and 4, because this is how it looks when I use it. This is this part right here. Okay, this is a stitch they call a multiple of 8 plus 2. Well, multiples 8 plus 2 is the one that means we're going to work the stitch on the 8 stitches, the pattern on the 8 stitches, and the 2 plus 2 means because we have to do one of the last one. When we start, we're going to purl, and when we finish, we're going to purl because that's the end, the first and the ending of the row. Okay, so it's a multiple of 8, and it shows you that it have to be uh that's what I say, 106 for starting from down to up. But if you want to start your skirt at the middle, like around below or above the the knee, you have to like start in the middle because this is going to be like 10 sections, 5 section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, because every 10 centimeter or every 4 inches you have to decrease on the wrong side of after you measure your job. If it is 10 inches, and you are on the wrong size, you have to decrease 8 stitches. You have to decrease 8 stitches because it is a multiple of 8. And it's so easy to do it because I thought it was hard, but it's not. I decrease over here from 106. I decrease 8 stitches, and this line right here means the decrease, and from here to here means this is how much I work before the decrease. I work 10 centimeter, which is 4 inches. Yes, I guess yes, almost 4 inches or 4 inches. Well, you measure it, and then after that, when I did the right row, instead of doing the wrong purl stitches on the wrong side, and that purl stitches I decrease 8 stitches. Okay, I'm going to show you how it is. Maybe if I show you, you're going to understand me better. So but I didn't start over here in 106. I start over here in 90. I just cast on 90 because I want my skirt to go below my knee. I don't want it too long and I don't want it too short. So every 10 centimeters or every 4 inches, you have to decrease on the wrong side row, stitch it even. So you got to like count or divide it. I divided, and I divided, and I just make sure where I have to like decrease, because I don't want to decrease in one end more and then the other one, because my skirt is gonna look crunchy or smuggle on one side and straight in the other one. So I want my decrease to be even before I start the new thread and the new color. I do this one in multicolor because I want to see how it looks, and I think it looks pretty good. So when I finish with the first color on the wrong side, I purl and I decrease 8 stitches. So when I do the right side, I started with a new color. Okay, so I didn't really do the wrong stuff, but I'm gonna show you right now. So um, and you keep decreasing until you get to 66 inch stitches decrease. You're gonna end it up with 66. That's where you're gonna work your waist, and your waist is gonna be work with a ribbon stitch, which is knit one and purl one, knit one and purl one, and you're gonna work that for 6 inches, 6 centimeter. I guess it's like 2 inches. Mm-hmm. So this is for your waist. You're gonna end it up with 66 inches after you keep decreasing every 10 centimeters or 4 inches. You're gonna end it up 66, and then you work your waist van for 8 centimeter, which is 2 inches or 2.5, not pretty sure. And then all depends. If this is for the decreasing, means that you decrease and you want to see the shape of the skirt. That's why they want you to decrease. Because if you don't decrease, your skirt's gonna look like this, a rectangle. You don't want no rectangle. You want something to look like an A. See? And this is your waist, and this is all your decreasing line. Decreasing line, because it's where you're gonna be giving the shape to the skirt to look like a skirt. But you're gonna work right here in the bottom part. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the stitch. This stitch is real easy. Okay, you're gonna cast on whatever stitches you're gonna cast on, and then after that you're gonna work the first row. You're gonna purl the first stitch, then knit the rest of the stitch until the last stitch. The last stitch you're gonna purl it. Always the first and the last stitch you're gonna purl. Then the next row and all the even row you're gonna purl. So second row is purl, and then we're gonna work the third row. Third row is, always remember, purl the first stitch and purl the last stitch. Okay, now I'm gonna show you. This is the third row, which is gonna be the pattern stitch. Okay, purl one, knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, and knit 5 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 together. Then yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit one, 3 times. Okay, so you do this. This is the pattern repeat. Okay, the first one you're not going to count, but you have to purl it all the time when you start. So you're going to be purl. Okay, that one you don't count because it's your starting job. So you're going to be knit one, purl one, knit one. It's not, I'm sorry, it's not. Knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit 5 together, then yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit one. This is going to be your pattern. So I'm going to be, again, yarn over and knit 5 together. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches together. Then you be yarn over, knit one, yarn over, purl the last stitch. Always purl it. Turn and you purl all the stitches on your wrong size. Always purl it. Your other wrong size, you're going to purl the stitches. Okay, purl, purl, and you know what is purl? Purl means the thread on the top, and you purl it. Okay, I'm going to show you right now when I'm going to be done. This is a multiple of 8 plus 2. So I got over here the my needle, I got 18 stitches because I'm doing 2 patterns and those 2 and those 18 stitches, but it's only 16 that you needed for that, and the other 2 extra is the starting and the ending of the stitch. See that? That's the stitch for the skirt. And you see why in the bottom part of the skirt is all crunched up is because you just do 1 row of knitting, making sure that you purl the first stitch and purl the last stitch, and then you do another row which is the only purl stitches, and then you start with your pattern stitch, which is, remember, I'm going to repeat it again just in case you don't understand me. This is how I make the pattern stitch. I purl the first stitch, which is the starting stitch. I knit 1 stitch. I yarn over, knit 1 stitch, yarn over again, and I knit 5 stitches together. Then I yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. Okay, this is 3 times that I do the yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. Then I go yarn over and knit 5 together. Okay, and let's say that we already did the whole skirt stitches, and then you're going to end it up with 2 stitches. Okay, and these 2 stitches, after you do the 5 stitches together, you're going to be yarn over and knit that stitch, and then you be yarn over and purl the last stitch. Don't get confused. You're going to end it up with 2 stitches, which is going to be real easy for you to understand that. Make sure that you have your pattern written down because it's going to be probably a little bit difficult, but remember, it's always multiple of 8 plus 2. So you measure your bottom part. If you don't want to do it too long, just remember you're going to cast on a 106 because you want your skirt to start from the bottom up. Okay, you start it and work 10 centimeter or 4 inches, however you want to call it. And then on the wrong side row of that thread of that 10 centimeter, your decrease 8 stitches, and then you're going to end it up with 98 stitches, 98 stitches, and you go up. But if you don't want to cast on those 106 because you want the skirt to start it below or above the knee, you can start with 90 stitches or 82. Just make a little sample like I do to see how my stitch is gonna look. Okay, and this is how it's gonna look. So sorry if I made any mistake, and if you have any problem understanding me, let me know, and I will review it and do it again another video with a more information and less mistake.